Morning, lightingesl.com. Job diaries. Stock. You say stock? What does that mean? It means parcels, objects, and things like that. What are we doing? Well, I worked for a company years ago called Sobeys. It's a grocery store here in Canada. It's still around. And my job was night shift, stocking shelves. It was my first job working as a stocker in a department store at night. And my job was basically the cereal aisle. And what happens is when you work for such a company, you're assigned a certain part of the store, and a worker would come out with a forklift with a skid full of cereal, boxes and boxes and boxes, and you were assigned a certain aisle to do that. Now remember, it's a night shift type of job, so you're assigned a certain part of the area of the store to do, and I was in charge, like I said, the cereals. So a skid came out, all covered in plastic around, wrapped up so it wouldn't move. All kinds of cereals, all different sizes, and you were assigned that particular task for the night shift. Now, it might seem easy, but there's a lot of boxes. You're talking hundreds of boxes of different sizes and shapes. You had to make room on the shelf for the new stuff. New stuff would go in the back of the old stuff. Yeah. The job is pretty straightforward, isn't it? But you also have the cardboard, you also have the plastic to deal with after stocking your shelves. All of this had to be done before 7 o'clock in the morning. You start at 11 o'clock at night, you finish at 7 a.m. Yeah. So, and you're given a special knife. Be careful not to cut your fingers all the time while you're opening the boxes. Remember, boxes of cereal, for example, come in a larger box. Let's say 10 small boxes go into a larger box. So you carefully open the larger box to get at the small box. Funny, eh? And that's what we had to do. So I did this particular job, 6 months or so. Yeah. And we had break time. Break time meaning, let's say, we started at 11 o'clock, we had a break time at 1 o'clock, we had a break time at 3 o'clock. 3 o'clock was like lunchtime. So at lunchtime, we went to a certain lunch room, and we had brought our lunches ahead of time for that. So that was the job basically for 6 months. And throughout all this time of doing this particular job, I also had dropped off resumes for schools, trying to work in schools of some kind. So towards the end of my working at Sobeys as a stocker, I was very, very fortunate to get a phone call from 2 different community colleges here in Toronto area. And having 2 phone calls for 2 different schools, I was very, very lucky. One school who called me was Centennial College. The other school who called me was George Brown College. Basically, within 6 months, I had 2 contracts for 2 schools. Yeah, as an instructor. That is amazing. I don't know what it is. So there I was. I had 2 choices of 2 different schools, and I had to organize myself accordingly. So there you are as a stalker. It was a short-lived type of career, but I know some people love it. In other words, they come in at night, and they get assigned a certain amount of stock to put away for the night shift, and they have to run around picking up this, picking up that, make sure the garbage is away, like I said before, the plastic is away, and everything is back nice and neat before the start of the store, which opens up roughly 8 o'clock sometimes. Yeah. So it might be kind of a rush when you think about it. This is lightingesl.com. Job diaries. Bye-bye.